Dealing with injuries as a passionate tennis player can be incredibly frustrating. I know because I've dealt with tons of them over the years, and in this video, I want to let you know the top things that have helped me overcome them and remain as injury-free as possible. Just for context, I'm 44 years old. I peaked at about a 5.0 level in my early 20s. I'm currently playing a 4.5 level, mostly doubles. And I took a year off, and this year came back to competition. And I was kind of immediately slapped in the face by how high the intensity is at that level, how much physical demand there is, and also simultaneously, how seriously you have to take taking care of yourself. And that goes for all levels of tennis, not just as you get towards higher intensity, but the game is hard on the body. So 5 points here. Number one, you will get hurt eventually. Anybody who tells you, especially as you get into your 40s, 50s, 60s, beyond. By the way, I'm fully aware that I'm a spring chicken to many of you watching. I just had a student who is 90 years old. He's doing fantastic. He takes good care of himself. So I have a lot of hope that heading into the latter, decades of my life, I will be able to keep my foot on the gas. And my plan is to continue to compete and continue to train and push myself to the best of my ability as I get older and older. So number one, 5 points here. Number one, you will get hurt, even if you follow everything perfectly that I'm about to lay out here. Tennis is just inherently hard on the body. And over the years, I've come to, appreciate that or understand that more and more. The entire body, this is part of what makes tennis so great, is it's a total system challenge as you get better and better at the game. Every part of the body is active. Every part of the body is required. And as levels get higher and higher, the intensity required of the entire body is higher and higher and higher. And so if you do that, it just kind of stands to reason, if you just think about it in those terms. I mean, look at these guys, right? They have whole teams full of professional physios and doctors and nutritionists and trainers and stretch people and they still get hurt on a regular basis. And they're in their early 20s, right? So no, we are not acting at that level of intensity or that level of demand, but the same kind of principles stand true. It's a total system stress, it's total system challenge, and eventually something is going to get hurt, even if you follow all the protocols and best practices perfectly. So I know it's hard and I know it's frustrating, but don't let it get you so down. Frankly, almost to a degree, kind of wear it as a badge of honor. We're not taking the easy road here by playing tennis. There are other games that we could be playing that are easier on the body, that are lower intensity, that are not as much of a challenge. And for me personally, I'm not interested in those things, not nearly as much as tennis. And I know that tennis is hard on the body. And so these pains and aches are going to come, which is why we have to be proactive and take it really seriously. Okay, number two, back to the idea of professional players. As amateur players, we need a team too. Have a mentality as you get older that you have to curate a team of professionals that have different specialties, that have different angles of perspective and experiences that can help you overcome these pains and these injuries. I personally have a physical therapist that specializes in sports and athletes. That's my top resource, and I see him on a regular basis. Side note, if you've never heard of dry needling, if you've never tried dry needling, on paper it sounds terrible. It can be very uncomfortable and unpleasant, but it's been unbelievably helpful for me. If you have especially chronic, reoccurring injury in a particular part of the body, dry needling is incredible. Anyway, I have a PT who kind of specializes in dry needling. I have a chiropractor that I don't see super often recently, but when I have really kind of big problems, then I'll see the chiropractor, and he does other kind of, non-traditional, not just chiro, but a lot of other kind of non-traditional therapeutic approaches as well. He's been really helpful to me in the past, and I have a massage therapist. Those three are my core team. And depending on what part of my body is hurt, how badly it's hurt, or how chronic it's been, all of those three people in my life have a little bit different specialty, and I will go to different people depending on what the problem is. And over the years, I have a long-term relationship with all these people, so they know me, I know them. And I used the word curate before. That's the way you should look at it. Do not just pick one person as like a cure-all, assume they know everything, don't get any additional opinions, don't get any other perspectives, don't seek out any other disciplines. Frankly, tennis is such a holistically challenging game that won't be good enough for you long term if you're going to really push yourself and work hard to go from level to level to level. Or frankly, just maintain at the level that you've been used to, maybe for years or decades. So take a team mentality approach. Curate. Don't just trust the first person. And maybe the first person will knock it out of the park for you, and that's great. But you'll probably need multiple different disciplines, and expect that you're going to have to kind of cycle through a couple in each of those disciplines, a couple providers, before you find the person that matches with your personality, with your body, with tennis specifically. I'm not going to, go super deep into it, but expect it's going to take some time and some effort. All right, number 3. I'm sorry, you know this one, but it's like diet and like weight loss, right? People aren't in the shape they want because they don't know what to do. They're not in the shape, they don't have the health that they want because they don't do what they know they're supposed to. And number 3 is stretch. Yoga, for me, I picked up in my late 30s. Let's see, I think I was 38, 39 when I started making it a regular routine for my kind of daily life. And it's been a total game changer for me. At the time, I was dealing with the tail end of chronic low back pain, and yoga was kind of the last straw that really helped it feel totally normal and healthy and strong again. And I've kept up with it, and I'm so glad I have. I have had injuries since then that I am 99% confident should have been way worse. But because I was proactive in my stretching routine, and it doesn't have to be elaborate, you don't have to go to a yoga studio, you don't even have to do different routine. I'm the kind of personality that I just want to repeat what works. Just give me like the formula, I will repeat it. And so I do a 30-minute routine, and it's the same every time. I know what my body needs. Yoga is like an incredibly wide and deep discipline. I'm only scratching the surface with my personal practice, but I have curated a sequence of positions that have targeted the parts of my body that have been most problematic for me. And it only takes about half an hour. If I have more time, I'll squeeze in a few more repetitions, maybe do 40 minutes or 45 minutes. But if I can do that 2 or 3 times per week, my quality of life is better. The quality of, I don't mean tennis, I mean like overall. I just feel happier physically. Like my body just feels like it's more at ease and more relaxed. It feels more capable and prepared. And on the tennis court specifically, I feel more capable and prepared. My movement is more free. It's less, there's less pain. There's less limitations. There's less, you know what I'm talking about. There's less feedback from my body moving in particular ways at particular intensities than before I started doing yoga, even into my mid 30s, before things started to get a little bit more serious as far as having to take care of myself. 10 years later, I honestly feel better overall and more capable overall now than I did 10 years ago. Thanks, I think, in large part to my very simple yoga routine. If you'd like to know what that is, by the way, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do a video just on that. All right, so number 3, stretch. Make it simple. Make it tailored to you and your body, and make it routine. Make it simple so that you can make it a regular part of your week. And again, for me, 2 to 3 times per week is enough. I feel pretty good. All right, number 4. This is me really preaching to myself now. Take every little annoyance seriously right away. I'm rehabbing on my non-dominant side, my right side, a rotator cuff that I just kind of slept on my shoulder poorly like 6 months ago. And I ignored it. I didn't ignore it. I have a Theragun. Like I stretched. I did like some band stuff. I have a massage gun. And so I was like maintaining it so that it wasn't getting worse, I thought. But like month after month after month of not taking it seriously and going to my practitioners that I trust because I was just busy, like all of us, right? I'm just busy, traveling, I'm coaching, I'm doing content, I've got family responsibilities and family schedule and all that sort of thing. And so I put it off. And I finally was like, I have to knock this out after several months. And by that point, it was bad. And I'm in full on like rehab mode now. It's just a stupid thing. And don't do that. Again, I'm just talking to myself right now. If you don't take it seriously right away, and use your best judgment, right? After 4 weeks of it not totally going away, I should have been going into my physical therapist, and I didn't. And as a result, the snowball grew larger, and now I'm in real pain, and it's like actually limiting, and it's going to take some real work and effort now in order to knock it out. I will knock it out. I've rehabbed all kinds of shoulder stuff. Never on my non-dominant side before. It's just one of those kind of stupid things, right? But if you allow that snowball to grow, it starts to seriously limit what you can do, even in like a non-dominant shoulder, kind of thing. So take it seriously. See your team as quickly as possible, especially if you have the time, if you have the financial resources. Just treat yourself like a professional athlete. Not necessarily to that financial investment, although if you can, fantastic, but take it as seriously as they would, like it's your job, if you want to play your best for the long term. Okay, number 5, final point. This is a big one. I think too many tennis players, especially as they age, view tennis as their exercise. And you will get hurt much more frequently, much worse, if that is your attitude and that is your practice. Instead, I think over the years, I've come to learn that it's critically important that you push yourself and you stress yourself and you test yourself off the court as frequently as you possibly can so that when you get on the court, your body is prepared. It's ready. You have trained your body away from the court so that when you get to the court, it's not something new and stressful and you're not pushing the envelope when you're actually doing the thing you want to do. If you don't do any of the stretching, if you don't do any of the PT, if you don't do any training in the gym or at home, and tennis is your sole outlet for activity and athleticism and training and like exercise, I promise you will get hurt twice as often than if you take your work off the court seriously. And I know this is another one of those things that it's probably not new news to you. And I'm probably preaching to the choir a little bit. But it's so critically important, in particular as we get older. And so please stress yourself off the court. Find your limitations off the court. Because if you wait until you're on the court to find those limitations, you're going to blow right past them, and that's when injuries happen. Do it off the court when you don't have the pressure of needing to beat Steve. You don't have the pressure of your team watching you. You don't have the pressure of playing with Janet, and you don't want to let her down. And now you're almost certainly going to hurt yourself in that kind of situation, in a competitive environment. All right, so number 1, you will get hurt. Number 2, you need a team. Number 3, stretch. Number 4, take every little annoyance seriously. And number 5, push yourself off the court so that you can perform safely and well on the court. To me, those are, as I've gotten older, those are my top 5. Hopefully something in here has been helpful. If nothing else, just to kind of reinforce what you've probably learned along the way. I'd be curious to hear from you. What has been the biggest game changer for you? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you'd like me to go deeper into any of these individual things, let me know too. Thanks. Keep up the great work. Talk to you again soon.